Here's something, folks, that's becoming a much bigger problem, and that's damage to wire harnesses in cars caused by rodents, or like we say back here on the screen, rodents. Anyway, what's causing this? You see, we're finding cars coming in with wires shorted out because they're bare. All of the insulation has been chewed off of them by a rat or a mouse or something like that. Well, the reason behind this, in many cases, is that wires have changed. The insulation on a lot of these wires today are made of a soy-based product. And the soy, of course, that attracts the rodents and so on. Now, what can you do to prevent this? Well, there are a number of things. Number one, most people don't realize, but in their garage or someplace close to the car, there's going to be a food source. And that food source might be that you keep the dog food in the garage. You may have grass seed in the garage or any of 100 other things that these little critters like to eat. And if they have the food source and then the warm, comfortable accommodations of your vehicle, they'll take the food, go to your vehicle, and that's where they build one of these. They build a nest. And as they work on that nest and they get attracted to the soy in the wires, they start eating the wires and so on. So, what do? You move all food sources. All food sources, you get them completely away from the car. They aren't anywhere even close. Then, there are several things. Number one, like down here, we have bronze wool. Okay, I know it looks just like steel wool, but it's not. It's bronze wool, and it does not rust. Use steel wool, and moisture gets on it, even the condensation from dew and things like that, and it rusts and it just kind of dissolves. The bronze wool, no. Where do you get bronze wool? You get it from a marine supply store because it's used to clean teak on boats because it doesn't rust and won't stain the teak. All right, that's one thing. Of course, you will also find all kinds of various chemicals and so on. Now, I couldn't tell you whether this works or it doesn't. I've never tried it. No way to accurately test something like that. Or over here is an electronic device that is supposed to work. I don't know if it does. You might try these things. And if you do and you find that they work, let me know. I need that for my information. Now, one other thing that is relatively new, and if you're wondering why I am handling this with the paper around it, this comes from Honda. And you see the little critter pictures on there? What this is a tape that you can wrap your wire harness with, and it's impregnated with capsaicin, which of course burns like all get out, and that's why I'm handling it like this. You have to handle it with rubber gloves or some other protective gloves on your hands. Otherwise, it stings mightily. And of course, that is a positive way to get rid of it, but get rid of the problem, that is. But, you know, it's going to cost a little bit of money, and it's going to take quite a bit of time to go through all of this and wrap all of these wires. But if it's a real issue, well, then that might be the answer for you. And whether you have rodent problems or rodent problems, whatever it might be, well, there are ways around it. And if you have a question or a comment or just want a lot of good tips and information about automobiles, check us out at goss-garage.com.